I just want everybody to imagine for a second you're a Titans fan. You go to bed last night happy as could be. You're the #1 seed currently in the AFC. Derrick Henry's your starting running back on pace to back-to-back 2,000-yard season. The following day, you don't check your phone till about noon. Then you have a text message from your mom letting you know that 36-year-old Adrian Peterson is going to be your starting running back the rest of the season. Not been a fun day. Not a fun day at all. But we can try and make it a little bit better here on Madden 22 as we try to rebuild the Tennessee Titans without Derrick Henry and win the Super Bowl this season. It's all about now. Our window's open. We're going to do everything we can because the trade deadline's literally tomorrow in real life and show that the Tennessee Titans can stick together and get through the bad times. And even without Derrick Henry for the rest of the season, find a way to win ourselves our first ever Super Bowl. But things are just going to look so weird for the rest of the season and the rest of this rebuild because you guys know our starting running back as of right now is Adrian Peterson, bro. 36-year-old grown man. How that's going to work out, I really don't know, but we've got to find a way to take this team to a Super Bowl. And if we don't, I've got to give a copy of Madden 22 away to one of you guys in the comment section below. You just enter by saying whatever you want to. But hopefully I won't have to pick a random comment below because hopefully today we'll find a way to get this done and bring the city of Nashville a Super Bowl ring. Now, as you guys have noticed, we've picked up where the NFL's left off. We forced every win for this week, so it's really going to pick up in week 9. But since the trade deadline is still active, we're going to use that and we can even sign whoever we want to out of free agency. I just have to work within the strengths of the Titans' current salary cap. And most importantly, I have 10 minutes and 10 minutes only to do whatever moves I want to before the trade deadline to try and bolster this roster to see if we can make up for the loss of Derrick Henry. We're going to be 6-2 heading into the rebuild, so if we don't end up at least making the playoffs, I have been a part of the biggest choke job of all time. But trust me, guys, we're going to get it done one way or another. Hopefully, you guys do enjoy today's rebuild, and if you do, make sure to smash a huge thumbs up. Like, in all honesty, as a Titans fan, this sucks, but hey, trying to make a positive out of it. Gonna be an Adrian Peterson stand the rest of the season. If you guys do enjoy, let me know by smashing a huge thumbs up. Like I said, guys, if I don't win the Super Bowl in today's video, get in the comment section below to have a chance to win yourself a copy of Madden 22. And also, make sure to subscribe if you haven't. #1 to make me feel a little bit better because, by God, dude, I was sad. I'm still sad. I'm gonna be sad for a while. And also, because if and only if we do hit 1 million subscribers by the end of the year, we're gonna be doing a massive next-gen console giveaway. My subscribers and subscribers only have 5 next-gen consoles up for grabs, potentially for my subscribers if we do hit that million mark. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Before we get into rebuild, let's take a quick listen to a word from today's sponsor. I would like to give a massive shout out to Fetch for sponsoring today's video. Fetch Rewards is a super easy to use app where you can earn rewards on literally anything you buy. You can scan any physical or e-receipt and you'll earn points no matter where you shop or what you buy. You then redeem those points for hundreds of rewards like Amazon and some of your other favorite stores. The best thing about Fetch, it is totally free and so easy to use. Might be asking, why Fetch? Why should I go download this app that does have the link in the description box below? #1, speed. You can literally scan your receipt, get rewards, and spend those rewards all from your mobile device in a matter of seconds. #2, as mentioned, it's so easy. Literally, all you do, you scan your receipts and you earn rewards. Which brings me to point #3, the reward options. You have so many different rewards you can choose from. And lastly, #4, you can earn these points from anywhere. Any retail shop you go to, any restaurant, you earn points from just scanning your receipt. It's so simple. Just look how simple this is, dude. I have a receipt right here. I went Halloween shopping the other day, got me a costume. Sure, you can see my phone recording on the screen, but as you see, not lying. You literally just take a picture of the receipt, just take a couple more, make sure they're in focus, then literally click submit, and look at that, dude. I don't know how it does it, but it's literally so simple. You guys saw it. Took me 10 seconds, dude. I already got 600 free points from that, dude. It's so awesome. And you literally can just go look and see what rewards you can get, bro. Amazon, Dunkin' Donuts, CVS, Papa John's. Let me go ahead and scan my Chipotle receipt since it takes 5 seconds. I want to test the app out. This receipt's a little wrinkly. Chipotle receipt, that's so crazy. And all you have to do to download Fetch Rewards is click the link in the description box below, and it gets better because if you download Fetch Rewards and use my promo code when signing up, RBT, the code once again, RBT, and you'll get 3,000 points when you scan your first receipt. 3,000 free points for just using the promo code RBT. Once again, you can just download the app by clicking the link in the description box below and use code RBT to get 3,000 points when you scan your first receipt. Dudes, just start getting receipt rich today with Fetch. As a Titans fan, I know exactly what we need, who we can trade away, what players we could potentially bring in, realistic targets. I know all of that. So hopefully this goes pretty smoothly. But as I say that, we now have 10 minutes until the trade deadline is over. Now 9 minutes and 57 seconds. First thing we're going to do is find a potential 1-2 duo with Adrian Peterson in the backfield. It's somebody I actually want, and these two guys, because they're realistic options, they are going to be the running backs for today's rebuild. Hence why the rest of the team has to be really good, because we're going after the guy who I actually want, who I feel like would really pair well with AP and split those 25-30 carries that Derrick Henry's gotten this entire season. That's Ronald Jones, 77 rated on the last year of his deal. He's not even getting that many carries a game. Leonard Fournette's taking over. What's it going to take to bring him in? I really have no idea. Now, if we go in and, like, do we just go with a draft pick option? Like, do we try a 5th and a 6th for Ronald Jones? It's declined, but that's potential. That is potential. Now, what could we? Darrington, my buddy, on the IR in real life. Maybe like a straight swap. I would use him. They literally put him on the IR the other day. He can't play the rest of the season. So with that, submit this through. It's declined. Darrington, I'm sorry. I would never do this if you weren't on the IR. But what we are going to do is throw in like a 5th round pick and a 6th from this point on. We're already wasting way too much time. Declined again. Let's use like a 4th from next year. We use a 4th from next year. We don't have one. That sucks. We use that in the Julio trade. We don't have that many like actual draft picks that we can use. 4th from next year, then a 5th from next year. Is this enough to have this be accepted? It's declined. We're getting there. We're getting there. Do we just use... Screw it. Let's just get our running back here. Let's just use a 3rd round pick. Get it over with. It's declined again. Okay, I'm wasting all this time on a 77 rated running back. Darrington, I'm sorry, but we got to do it. How about you in a 3rd for Ronald Jones? Declined again. But now, like, do I really do a 4th, bro? A 5th from next year? I've really wasted 2 minutes on Ronald freaking Jones, bro. We'll try a 4th. We should be able to get a 7th out of this as well. And we have plenty of time, though. I know exactly who we need from here on out. 7th round pick, whatever we possibly can. It's accepted. We have ourselves our new starting running back. Now with that, we move forward. I just hate that I have to waste time and back out of the freaking trade center every time. We need a cornerback ASAP. And we are going to go after none other than a guy I think we actually could go after in real life. That's the Dolphins cornerback. He's requested a trade in real life. Xavier Howard. Now, what do you actually, like, what would they require? I don't care trading away a 1st for him, because that, like, we've been so off on some of our draft picks lately that if we can get Xavier Howard for that 1st, it's worth it. Like, why not get an all-pro caliber corner? I know he hasn't been great this season, but he'd be an improvement. We really need it, and they... this might not work. We have to go after plan B. But we'll make sure we get somebody solid. Josh Reynolds has been decreased so bad. I thought some team was going to have green interest for him, but we might have one team. The Vikings. The freaking Vikings. What can we even get from you, dude? Now, we do need some offensive line help. I was going to kind of take some players out of free agency. But what we can do here, we have 7 minutes left, bro. What do you have? Any offensive lineman that we can use for depth? Not really. Do you have anybody I could use? I think he's out for the season, so we don't need to trade for him. We could use somebody on the inside. We really are thin on the interior. So, like, I don't know, though. Like, is this somebody that we're willing to trade away or no? And, okay, that's the, like I've never seen a trade be that far away from being accepted. So, Buccaneers, who the heck can we get from you? Vita Vea? Like, that's never going to happen in a million years. Why did I even do that? Oh, God, we might be actually kind of screwed. I mean, Ryan Jensen, Ali Marpet could be huge. Shaq Barrett, obviously. Like, okay, really quick, I know this is a guy I was going to try and get at tight end. Maybe this could actually be a straight-up trade. Can I speak? A straight-up trade. Hayden Hurst, 78 rated. Doesn't get much playing time in Atlanta. Josh Reynolds for you straight up. That one's declined, but see, that makes more sense. We at least upgraded the tight end position. Now, draft picks, throw in a 6th, a 7th, bim, bam, bosh. It's declined. Jesus, man. Let's go with use our 5th from next year. This one should be accepted. We at least now have ourselves a realistic option at the tight end position. What we also could do realistically is we could go into free agency and we can sign like maybe 2 players and have about 3 minutes to rebuild the rest of the team. Like, oh, what do we do, bro? Do we add another pass rusher like Olivier Vernon? Why are some of these guys free agents? Carl Joseph, Giovanni Bernard. Let's go. Where's the right tackle at? Where's Mitchell Schwartz? That's who I was gonna get. He's a free agent. We're doing the real life roster thing. Your rosters are supposed to be correct, Madden. Okay, so now Madden's screwing us over. Bro, Madden is really like hurting us, this rebuild. So do I just get AJ Boye? Why is he a free agent? We need ourselves a cornerback. Like, I feel like we're gonna have to sign a free agent anyway. Somebody out there. Let's get him. Let's get ourselves a cornerback. We've had so many injuries at that position. Like, we just need bodies there. Quality, veteran freaking bodies at cornerback. That was, I think, a miniature dub, potentially. Now, we have so much work to do. We only have 4 minutes to do. We do have 2 draft picks that we can trade away. But what cornerback can we add to this roster that maybe a first-round pick will be enough to bring in? Like, I know we just got one, but, like, our corners right now, they're not at a good state. Who is a realistic option that we could potentially, like, do I try doing 2 firsts for Xavier Howard? Like, is that worth it? Like, defensive tackle, we have nothing there. We need to use defensive tackle, a first round on a defensive tackle. If that's gonna, honestly, I'm trying to decide here. We have 4 minutes, and this means more, bro. It's my Titans. We got to win this one. Like a Fletcher Cox kind of guy. I did actually see trade rumors floating around. Fletcher Cox. All right, this would actually be a perfect fit for us. Absolutely perfect. Him and Big Jeffrey Simmons on the same D-line. First round pick from next year. It's declined, but it looks like there's a little potential. Let's go. We have a lot of depth now at corner is the thing. That makes me sound stupid. You get what I'm saying, bro. Like, we need a good depth. Like, in terms of Madden. These corners, they've been good for us, but, like, it's not going to work in a simulation. Breon Borders adding the deal went down. All right, I guess that's fair. If we now throw in a... Do I just do a first from this year? Like, do I just get this over with? Let's see about how this straight up. It's declined. Okay, that's a lot closer, a lot closer. Now we throw in... It's probably going to have to just be draft picks. Let's do our 3rd from next year. Let's just go ahead and do our 3rd from next year. That's declined again. Okay, this is now starting to stress me out a little bit. A 5th round draft pick from this year. That's declined too. Okay, now this is starting to get a little bit, like, aggravating. 2nd from next year. This should be accepted, right? Fletcher Cox. We needed a big man in the middle. We got ourselves a big man in the middle. Now, 3 minutes to go. I don't know what to do. Kind of stressing out a little bit. I'm gonna sit back and breathe. All right, we have a ton of cap. That's not a problem. It's just bringing in freaking bodies. Now, we could use an outside linebacker, somebody else to rush the passer. I mean, Danico Autry's been great for us. Fletcher Cox, Big Jeff, Bud Dupree. Why is he only a 76? He's been solid for us. We don't need middle. We have a lot of middle linebacker depth. Like, all these guys are quality. On the right side, Harold Landry's been great. So really, we could potentially look at strong safety, even though Monty Hooker's been solid for us. Like, do we add a solid number 3 wide receiver option? Because that's a huge thing in Madden. Number 3 wide receivers, always. You know who we could get? Will they trade him? There's no way. We can afford him. There's no way this will work. He's like been in all these trade rumors, and he could play in the slot for us. 3rd round draft pick from next year. I'm just curious to see how close this is. Not even close, bro. We have 2 minutes. Like, do I really use a 1st round draft pick from next year on OBJ? It doesn't really look like we are. But who can we add for a 1st round draft pick? Gosh, bro, this game can stress you out. When you have this freaking timer on, bro, who are we going to add? Devontae Smith, 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go. Russell Gage, I'm a Russell Gage stan, but he's not what we're looking for right now. An 80-plus receiver, bro. Kenny Galladay, Sterling Shepard. A Sterling Shepard would actually be kind of perfect. And it's accepted just like that. Okay, perfect. We're going to throw the ball a little bit more now, obviously, because we don't have Derrick Henry. But that's actually a pretty big addition. We add Sterling Shepard to the wide receiver core. Now, like, do I just do it? We have 1 minute left to go. Like, let's add somebody else. If we're really going all out this year, D4 adding somebody else to that front 7, a quality freaking veteran. I don't know if he's a free agent in real life, but blame Madden. Their freaking stupid real life roster thing don't work. Does not work at all. 1 minute left to go. What else do we have left that we can trade away? We've improved the team quite a bit here. Let's go. We have a third from next year, and that's really it. What could we get for that? Maybe an offensive lineman. We really could use a better right tackle right now. And the first guy I can think of that's actually hilarious. Where did you come from? When did you become a member of the Bills? Does he really play for the Bills? When did he sign with the Bills? Brian Bulaga. He's a veteran guy. Like, the Chargers aren't going to trade him in real life, but bro, this isn't real life right now. Oh no, that sucks. 17 seconds to go. Don't think we're getting Brian unless we can find a guard or something. Who's a guard that we can add to this team? We have 9 seconds. Laken Tomlinson. I would take you, bro. It's accepted. Just like that, boys. 2-1. The trade deadline is now over. I really didn't get as much as I wanted because I felt like I wanted this to be a little bit more realistic. The team is good enough. We're going to be 6-2 after this week because we forced the win because they won in real life. There's no way we choke a 3-game lead. We should at least make the playoffs. But if we go in here, adjust the lineup, I wonder if we're actually going to drop in overall because we lost Derrick Henry. We generate best lineup and we are now an 83 overall. So I think the team might have actually went up a little bit. Officially up to an 83 overall. Offensive line's looking mighty solid. We now have Nate Davis that could potentially, should we let Nate Davis play right tackle for us? What would his rating be at right tackle? I mean, Nate Davis is a very versatile offensive lineman. I don't know how he do on the outside, but heck, this is a Madden freaking rebuild. He is going to play starting right tackle for us because he's 8 overall higher, and that's all that matters. So to try and just replace Derrick Henry overall, we added Ronald Jones, we added AP, we added Sterling Shepard, we added Hayden Hurst, and we added Laken Tomlinson, an 80 rated offensive lineman. So like, yeah, our run game's not going to be as good, but I think overall, maybe, just maybe, we got close to replicating maybe what we lose with Derrick Henry in terms of overall production. Now, defensively, made a few additions as well. AJ Boye's solid. We had Fletcher Cox in the middle. He's the big veteran that we did add. I mean, kind of like that is a sick defensive line. Jeffrey Simmons. We have Fletcher Cox. Tahir Tart's been good in real life. D Ford added the defensive line, even with Danico Autry, who's playing at more like an 84, 85 rated than the 77 rated. And then you have, you know, hopefully Christian Fulton can come back healthy. Janoris Jenkins is back there. The biggest question mark is corner, and I'm really sad we didn't get Xavier Howard. He's the guy I really want us to try to go after in real life, and we had to settle for a freaking 83 rated AJ. But I think this team is still solid enough to make a push in the playoffs. If we don't make the playoffs, it's going to be the most disappointing rebuild I've ever done in the history of the channel. Let's get that dramatic music playing in the background, bro. Just go ahead and show me. Practice squad player signed. We lost every game the rest of the season. No, we actually finished the season 11-6. Let's go. So the Colts actually gave us a run for our money. We had the Ravens finish with the best record in football, 13-4. Rams 13-4. Cowboys went 12-5. Packers 12-5. Panthers, according to Madden, finished the season. I think they didn't lose a game the rest of the year. Saints go 12-5. Cardinals fell off a little bit in the second half of the season. The Chiefs somehow find a way to squeak out a wild card spot, or I think they actually won the division. Buccaneers still make it. The Patriots make it. The 49ers finish the season strong, but they don't actually make the playoffs. The Bills get a wild card spot. Worst record in the year actually ends up going to the Dolphins and Lions at 3-14. So the Lions look like they're going to win 3 games. I would be fine with an 11-6 season. Like, I feel like potentially we could still win more than 11 games, because honestly, we've gotten past the hardest part of our schedule already. We play the Rams, but aside from that, like, the Saints are going to be tough, but every other game is winnable the rest of the year. So we finished about 14th offensively in the NFL. Defensively, we finished 5th, which is huge. So we must have played some crazy defense in that second half of the season. Tom Brady wins MVP as a 95-year-old. Mahomes in second, Stafford in third, who I think is actually who wins the MVP this year. Josh in fourth, Aaron Rodgers in fifth. Jameis Winston finishes 6th, Kyler Murray 7th, Zeke 8th, Lamar Jackson 9th, and Dak Prescott 10th. Now, Coach of the Year is going to go to Matthew Rule, which should be the case if he finishes the season 12-5 with a playoff berth. Offensive Player of the Year, Patrick Mahomes. The AFC Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Mac Jones, and Defensive Rookie of the Year is Adafe. And the NFC Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Azeez Ojulari. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Trey Lance. We have Defensive Player of the Year, Khalil Mack. Offensive Player of the Year, Tom Brady. Funny enough, Defensive Player of the Year almost goes to Trayvon Diggs. I'll leave that to you guys to decide. discuss in the comment section below, because I know there's some strong opinions on this fella. Now, how did we finish this season statistically? Tannehill, 27 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. He really took care of the football, which he's going to have to do in real life in the second half. I think he only threw 1 interception after we simmed, which he's got to do. He's been turning the ball over way too many times, but finishes the season strong. Running the football, Ronald Jones finishes with 842 yards, 4 touchdowns. AP had 254 yards and 4 touchdowns. Like, I would take that 100%. You're not going to be able to replace Derrick Henry, but you can possibly get a group of guys that could overall replace the production. Julio finished incredibly. Like, I think he got 800, 900, no, it's about 800 yards in the second half of the season. Only finished with 2 touchdowns though, which does suck. But like I told you guys, Sterling Shepard is a huge addition. It really is probably where we got that replacement of production that we kind of lost from Derrick. 9 touchdowns as well. And AJ Brown didn't even finish with 1,000 yards, which is kind of disappointing. Oh yeah, Hayden Hurst, big like second half of the season too. Had 7 touchdowns. Now defensively for us, Rashaan Evans led us in total tackles with 98. Most sacks is going to go to Jeffrey Simmons. I don't think Harold Landry got a sack the entire second half of the year. D Ford got 6, so most interceptions is going to go to, of course, Kevin Byard with 5, but Christian Fulton got a lot in the second half too. Now, all of that is going to come down to this. Are the Tennessee Titans, after a 6-2 spot, gonna once again go out in the wild card round? We already beat the Buffalo Bills at home this season at home, but this time, unfortunately, without Derrick Henry. Can the Titans move on to the divisional round of the playoffs for the second time? 3 years? No. That's so stupid. I guess that's one way you lose $70.